What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. You know, it's starting to seem like the Clippers are running out of time. They're running out of time to accomplish this issue that they have that really needs to get fixed and really needs to be put into place and put into action. Now, of course, you know, the executives and the front office definitely, you know, has plans to do things, and the Clippers don't do a lot of talking. They do things, you know, quietly, and I definitely respect that for the team. But, you know, they're running out of time to go out there and, you know, acquire another big man or two. And I've said before that, you know, now that they got the point guard, you know, sold up and everything, they definitely need that big man, because that big man is going to, you know, help them and give them more depth, you know what I'm saying, in regards to what they have. Because right now, you know, Zubac is already, he got re-signed with a $33 million contract. Everybody's happy for that, you know, or at least a lot of people are, you know, but at the same time, that's not enough. You need more. You need more depth in that center position. And like I said, if you look at the remaining free agents out there, it isn't many, and a lot of the free agents out there, or at least the bigger name free agents, it's only like one big man that's left, big name free agent, and that's DeAndre Ayton. Now, I don't think they're going to have a way to get anybody like him, because they would have to give up a lot to get somebody like DeAndre Ayton, and I don't think that trade or that would go through, especially if, you know, the Kevin Durant thing, you know, if he's trying to go to the Phoenix Suns. I'm pretty sure DeAndre Ayton is going to have to be a part of that trade if they're able to make that happen, and if Kevin Durant is actually, or Brooklyn actually allows Kevin Durant to go or be traded to the Phoenix Suns, they're going to want back somebody like DeAndre Ayton. So he's really kind of unavailable anyway, due to the fact that, you know, he's probably going to be a part of the trade process when it comes to KD on the Brooklyn Nets. So really, the Clippers going to have to find somebody, get some more depth in there, and get somebody in there that they can really, you know, utilize that can help them. I thought they really made a mistake. I said it last year. They made a mistake by getting rid of Serge Ibaka. I thought that was a dumb move, because Serge, you know what I'm saying, you know, we talk about, or at least I talk about, you know, Zubac playing better, and Zubac, you know, becoming more of a, you know, physical presence in the paint as a big man, and, you know, teams respecting him more as a big man. I think he would have got a lot more of that. He would have learned a lot more with Serge Ibaka there, because Serge might not be the Serge Ibaka he once was, but as I said, when he was with the Clippers, he could have instilled a lot of his knowledge into Zubac and allow Zubac to flourish even more and be a way better player than what he is now. I mean, he might not average much more points. I mean, as I said before, Zubac is good enough to average 14 and 12 a game. I mean, even with the minutes that Zubac is getting, he still can average a double-double a game. Bare minimum, I'm talking, you know, 12 and 10, 12, 11. Bare minimum, he can average that a game, even with the minutes that he does get. I mean, it's not impossible, especially not for him, because, you know, there's times where, you know, Kawhi and PG are getting double teamed, and they find Zubac in the paint. And a lot of times, you know, as I said in my previous videos, underratedly, Kawhi Leonard and Zubac have a good connection. That little pick and roll that they can do, you know, 90% of the time always works, because Kawhi is a great shooter. Kawhi can definitely stretch the floor. Kawhi can get to the basket. You know, Kawhi can do anything he wants on offense. And when he commands that double team and gives that pick and roll for Zubac, and Zubac goes straight to the basket, go hard to the paint, and, you know, dunk somebody in the rim, I mean, it's easy. It's an easy 2 points for Zubac every single time when they run that pick and roll action with him and Kawhi Leonard. I mean, you can go back and look at the videos. I mean, it works for them every single time. And at times it works for Paul George too, with Zubac, you know, finding Zubac cutting to the basket or rolling to the basket off of a screen. So, I mean, Zubac can get 8 to 10 points just off those two players alone on the floor. You see what I'm saying? And he definitely has an opportunity if, you know, one of them or both of them is not there. So, I mean, but the point is, they need another another big man or two to really secure their roster, because like I said, Zubac is good, but you definitely need a good backup to him that can take over and play at a high level or a decent level. If Zubac goes down or something like that, and they had that in Serge, but they don't have him now. Serge got re-signed, I think, by the Bucks once again. So, or he got re-signed, by the Bucks. So, that's definitely out the picture. There's some other prospects out there probably, but as I said before, Mo Bamba was a good one. I thought, I think they definitely should still look into him if he's still available, which that's probably waning now at this point. And like I said, I feel like the Clippers are just procrastinating in that area. And I could tell you that's one area that can hurt them, because like I said, if Zubac goes down, now you don't have Isaiah Hartenstein. He basically left, and took the money for the New York Knicks and ran with them. Definitely you can't, you can't knock a man for trying to better himself. Maybe he thinks, the money apparently is more important to him than a championship, because, he doesn't make that much money. He's not like a high level player that makes, big money like that. He's not even a player that makes money like Zubac. Zubac got a $33 million contract. I don't see Isaiah Hartenstein getting a contract like that no time soon. He might get it with the Knicks. The Knicks is probably the perfect team for him to get that type of money, because the Knicks give away money. You don't even have to be all that talented. They just give away money because they don't have nobody else to give it to, because nobody else wants to go to New York anymore. So it's like, they just giving money to players that are really not even at that level. You see what I'm saying? So that's definitely a place for him to get more money. So, maybe he looked at it that way, but good for him. He's gone now. Nothing, the Clippers can do about that, but they got to find a way to replace him and put somebody else behind Zubac, and they can, have some interchangeable big men, because if they don't, like I said, that's something that can definitely hurt the Clippers. You got to have that depth in that center position too, because like I said, you can play small ball a lot, because small ball is where it's at these days in basketball. Everybody knows that, everybody can see that. But at times when or should I say this, in the playoffs, half-court basketball is implemented even more. The game slows down. And when the game slows down like that, that's when an effective big man can really play a big role in your success of winning a championship. You see, like when you looked at last year with the Warriors, a lot of times in the finals, or the conference finals before the finals, there were times where Kevon Looney, the big man for the Warriors, helped change the outcome of the game. He wasn't the player of the game or anything like that, but what he did allowed the Warriors to get second chance points. He was very active on the boards on both ends. He got some good putbacks, some huge putbacks. He battled in the paint. He actually changed the momentum shift of some games in the playoffs. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't see that, because they just see Stephen Curry, the Splash Brothers, Jordan Poole, and they talked about Draymond a lot. But Kevon Looney made a big difference for them, because he made a lot of key plays, with his footwork in the paint, getting the ball, scoring a little bit, allowing the offense to keep flowing, getting to the free throw line, knocking down free throws a little bit here and there, keeping the momentum going, and making a presence for himself in the paint, where he was a factor for them on offense when their offense was going, sour for a while. When the Celtics were going on a run, Kevon Looney would get a couple, rebounds back to back and a couple putbacks, put the Warriors back in contention of scoring, keeping their scoring going, getting some big offensive rebounds, kicking it back out to the 3-point line to Klay Thompson or Stephen Curry or Jordan Poole to knock down a big three. This is what I'm saying. A big man definitely helps you in key moments in playoff games, because the game slows down then. So small ball still works, but you have to have that big man when the game slows down and people are trying to run certain plays. You got to have that big man that can step up and, block shots, guard the paint, get some extra offensive rebounds, get some key loose balls and things like that. This is what I'm saying. The Clippers need depth in that area, and they definitely need to fill that void, because Zubac just isn't enough. You just lost Hartenstein. You gave away Serge Serge Ibaka last year, All-Star break. What are you doing? You got to find a way to bring somebody else in there. Like I said, go get one of these other big men. They don't have to be a big name, anybody. Go get Miles Turner. What are you waiting for? Go get him. If you have the opportunity, get him. Go get Mo Bamba, from the Orlando Magic. Go get him. Don't sit here and procrastinate. I mean, you're trying to, they're trying to strategize a little too much, I think, or at least it feels that way. Go after the pieces that you need, find a way to get them and bring them aboard so it can make this team more well-rounded. Because like I said, that center position is key. It's definitely a position that's not lost. I mean, it's lost in the NBA in regards to, the regular season, but in the postseason, that center position definitely serves value. So, I mean, the Clippers, no need to keep waiting. No need to keep procrastinating. Go after who you need. Go after who you're trying to get, and go after another big man or two just to, secure that position really well and, put yourself in that position, because honestly, you're still leading the clubhouse in the championship for projecting to winning the championship next year. So better your chances by going out to get this big man and, finish this operation off in the off season and start, getting to work and, putting that work in like they're doing now, so I heard Kawhi Leonard and Paul George is, doing some workouts with the team, and, they're off, trying to get the chemistry and build and everything like that. That's great. That's good to see. But find a way to get that big man in there too, so they could do some workouts with him, get him going, get him acclimated with the team and the chemistry and the system and the structure. This way they have all the pieces they need. They'll be all in place, and then they can go from there and see how next year pans out for them. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.